It's not great.
Is Bear Stuck eating the worst of the festival?
Princess and the Bear here. We're at EPCOT today for the International Flower and Garden Festival. Somebody told me I can eat that ball, or at least food around the ball. So as your number one choice to foodie infotainment, I'm gonna try to do that. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I'm gonna go nom some food.
Be sure to save the animals.
You heard the girl. It seems this year they're doubling down on the honey. Like good old honey thieves. Pooh Bear would be rather upset at you guys. So we have a honey butter on top of fried chicken on top of a waffle. Chicken and waffles with a spicy honey and a whipped honey butter. Triple the honey. Triple the size. I wasn't expecting anything this big. For whipped butter, I'm gonna need some magic pills. This is a big boy. I was expecting like half the size. On top of a waffle that looks a little burnt. But you know what? We eat what is provided. Maybe it'll get better through the festival. But that ain't the prettiest looking waffle in the world, that's for sure. Do a little interior shot at least. It ain't cribs, but it'll do. Probably a smaller piece of this.
I wrote about him last night.
It's definitely a decent portion size. You're definitely getting your money's worth. I'll give them that. Well, let's see how this chicken and waffles feels on the last day of Black History Month. It's probably on purpose.
So funny.
I actually have two problems. The consistency of the waffle, it's not great. Second, being that it was burnt. Second is that they pre-assemble the chicken and waffles is just sitting there under the heat lamp. And the waffles just getting soggier and mushier and mushier. You'll just assembling them as they come. If it's busy, it's great. If it's not, you get this. As for the spicy hot honey, 1.5 out of 10 on the spice scale. If you are any sort of spice lover, you're not even going to feel that. I think there's a tickle in the back of my throat, and I'm honestly not sure if that's the hot honey or it's the pollen. I'm probably leaning more towards the pollen. It's a sizable piece. It's got a good flavor, but I think it could be a little bit better executed. But it's opening weekend of a festival. It's gonna happen sometimes. I would give it 3 out of 5 plots. I hope it improves. Here we have the Cubanito. It is definitely a little poquito. It's tiny. It's small. It's ham, meat, pickles, spicy mustard. It's basically a mini Cuban, Florida style, giving a nod to the Cuban heritage of the sandwich. Name aside, I like it. It's a teeny sandwich. It's a mini sandwich. You can even call this a panini. This boy is like a micro machine. I'm not machining this in my mouth. I don't know what it is. I'm not a Hans. I love sandwiches, alright? Something about good bread, good slices of meat, and a good sauce. Maybe some other fixings. It's home for me. If I can't think of anything else to eat, I will definitely make me a sandwich and be completely happy. This is a good sandwich. I wish it was a reasonable size. I do think this is a tiny bit too small. Like, even if you just give me a sandwich that was twice these two together, but like this together, it's finger food, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the portion size is a bit off. But I do like it. 4 out of 5 claws. At least the Florida Fresh booth has something I like this year. The chances of me getting that grilled lobster are pretty low, though. I will say that. So, Canada, yes, I'm finally getting desserts. The Northern Bloom Booth whiskey cake. The whiskey is what got me. There's a little bit of like white creaminess there in the middle, so because of that, and I promised some of our community that stopped me today that I would be careful and take my pills. But here's me taking my pills, just in case. My goal is not to get sick today. So, I'm going to dive right in. This whiskey cake, go ahead and cut it. It's very chocolatey, very dense feeling. I haven't even been into it yet. Significant amount of cream. They add the cream fresh, so it doesn't just sit, which I'm glad they do that. I'm not a cake person, but that's given cake. Like old school Janet Jackson double chocolate cake. Like, that's how rich it is. And yes, I'm talking about money, not the cake. This is tasty. For not being a cake person, if I didn't have so much other food to eat, I would devour this on the spot. 4.75 out of 5 claws. Why did I start with dessert? We have the Canard de l'Orange, basically pulled orange duck, a duck confit on top of like some mashed potatoes, orange flavored. It looks not pretty. It's the first ever festival, so I'm forgive them for the looks, but it's looking pale. It's looking sickly. Definitely duck. I don't really get the orange from that. Not even like a hint. It's tasty enough if you like mashed potatoes. It's like 2/3 mashed potato, 1 part duck. It's all right. I definitely had better duck here. The duck and dumplings, say, from the Festival of the Arts. This one is not as good. If you've never had duck, I would not suggest this being your first time trying it. Even if you're a duck connoisseur, it's still probably a skip. I give this a 2.5 out of 5 plus. So here we have the ramen cup, as it's advertised. It is a cup of ramen with yuzu, but actually instead of like actual ramen, there is a little bit of liquid on the bottom, but it's basically a ramen salad. There's greens on the top, little pieces of cubed chicken, carrot, the noodles, and then a little bit of like tiny bit of sauce on the bottom as like dressing. So they'll be full. It is not actually ramen. It is just actually just a salad in ramen form. And I didn't remember our reusable chopsticks. Actually, she's an apprentice of chopsticks, and she is fairly upset I'm using her Stormtrooper chopsticks to eat this non-vegan ramen. I will wash them very thoroughly afterwards. But somebody had to try this thing, because this is basically ramen in a solo cup. I don't care how else you spin it, this is a solo cup. It's actually not bad. What will confuse most people is this advertises as a ramen cup. They're gonna think like a traditional styrofoam ramen cup you put in the microwave. This is literally a cold, served cold on purpose, noodle salad with ramen ingredients. Yuzu, Japanese flavors like that. I like it. A lot of people are absolutely gonna hate this and be pissed off when they order it. I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 claws. It can be advertised better, but if you like ramen, you're probably gonna be okay with this. This one is the muffaletta panini. We have ham, salami, mortadella, provolone Swiss, and an olive salad. Good thing it's bear approved, not princess approved, because the amount of olives present on this plate would turn any princess's face sour. It's got a nice meat combination here. I don't love salami, but hopefully all the other meats are so much in attendance that I won't taste as much as I do despise salami. But I'm curious about this. The bread could be better. It's a little overcooked, like it's been sitting for a bit. It already feels kind of hard. This may not be the joy that I think it is. Actually, this time is quite good. The bread could be better. I feel like it's been sitting under a heat lamp for a little bit. However, it's actually quite tasty. The Combinations of the meat and cheese with a little bit of like the olive salad on it. Wonderful. It's a small carryable sandwich. I don't usually love a whole lot of things here at the Magnolia Terrace, but this, I have nothing bad to say about anything else other than the bread. 3.75 out of 5 plus. I would say that if you've had the muffaletta from Boardwalk Deli, this is less muffaletta and more panini, but still worth it if you like olives. My vegetarian friends, brothers, cousins, and otherwise, you do have a vegetarian option here at the Primavera booth. You have this brocconcini? He just told me this. I already forgot. Brocconcini. Butchering it. Brocconcini? Either way, it is a pesto sauce with some heirloom tomatoes and little bits of fresh mozzarella at the bottom, and a nice little pop. Flowery. Floral. We like it. We like cute. We like an aesthetic. Nice fresh balls of mozzarella. It's a little snack plate. I think anytime you've gotten, tomatoes, basil, and like the big circles of mozzarella, it's the same basic premise, just in a bite-sized form, and then just keep the pot. And yes, the princess is probably going to make me keep the pot. But it's cute, and it's tasty. Served chilled. It's not warm at all. I actually don't hate it. 3 out of 5 plus.
You don't have to keep the pot.
I have to keep the pot?
No.
Yes! We have the return of the spicy mala chicken skewer from last year. It is almost completely unchanged. You've had in a creamy peanut sauce, these sesame seeds with the green onions on top. It looks like they have perfected the cooking method. Last year, it was looking a little like barely cooked. It wasn't raw, but I was worried about that. This year, it's roasted. Baby is roasted, like in the Florida sun. Obviously, if you have nut allergy, you should avoid. For everybody else, this is delicious. Anything on a stick is 1000% better. There is no food in existence that hasn't been improved by being on a stick. You're welcome to prove me wrong. 4 out of 5 plus. Here we have the tamal for this festival. It does have cheese mixed in with the corn masa, so no way to make this one vegan. It's just a tamale. You got your verde sauce. You have this cheese crema here on top. So it is what it is. Go ahead and get a decent cut. Get you see some of the interior here. Definitely tamale. More tamale for the rest of us. It's actually really well done and more balanced than a lot of the tamales we've had here, though I'm still kind of bitter over the tamale company incident that had promised the vegan tamales that we didn't get here. It sits in the back of my mind. That's not the Mexican pavilion's fault. I don't know if it's Disney's fault. Somewhere in there, some just broke down. And I still feel like we're owed a decent vegan tamale again to make up for the lack of tamale last time we came here. This tamale is okay. I give it 3.5 out of 5 claws. It's better than average, but I still want something more. Dream a little bit bigger, Disney. So here we have the shrimp tempura. The orange shrimp tempura from years past, because I wanted to try to get at least one thing from every booth between me and the princess, with the orange dipping sauce. Nicely battered sesame seeds. We're gonna give it a dippy dip. That's why I don't think people actually care what we rate the food. You just want to see us dip things in things, and somehow I can respect that. I wasn't looking forward to this, but honestly, the orange sauce, great. Got a little kick to it, not a spicy kick, but like a kick. And tempura battering is very nice. I think maybe the difference was last year, maybe I got like one that had been sitting for a while. Because the kitchen was backed up this time, we got them fresh. They're nice and hot, tempura is nice and crispy. It is good sea roach. I feel like orange on top of orange, which is your orange tempura on top of an orange dip, and then like an orange beverage. Might be almost too much orange, but if you're craving some shrimp, this is probably the place to get it at the festival. I'll give it 3.75 out of 5 claws. So here we have one of the most thematically disappointing things from the festival this year. So you have an impossible chicken, so plant-based chicken, biscuits, and gravy. So you have this gravy that we do know that has dairy in it, and then a biscuit that also has dairy in it. But then you have a vegan, plant-based impossible patty. We had hoped against hope that this would be a vegan item the Princess could have, but alas, no. And it's kind of heartbreaking because like you're almost there. We make vegan biscuits at home all the time, and vegan gravy, even vegan sausage gravy, not hard to make. It just breaks my heart. Now, vegetarians, this is all you. You get to enjoy chicken, plant-based style, with the dairy you love and gravy and biscuits you like. So, at least I'm doing it for you guys. We know we have some vegetarians out there in the community. We thank y'all for sticking with us. I know. You guys miss cheese sometimes, and I wish I could have more for you. But I can't. So to you guys, cheers. I think in honor of the Princess, it was a Princess level bite. Way too big. Even for my huge mouth, way too wide. Compact? Yes, I can get, but my mouth is only so wide. Even the face as wide as this. Gravy, immaculate. Biscuit, nice and fluffy, even though it's like sitting. These weren't made to order, they're all just sitting under the heat lamp. I was afraid the biscuit was going to be a mess. But the way they drape the gravy over, the integrity of the biscuit kind of holds up. The chicken breading, great. It's got a little bit of spice to it. It's one of the spicy impossible chicken patties. Very tasty. This makes it even more sad that it was vegan. For you vegetarians, though, this is amazing. Guilt-free chicken and biscuits with the vegan protein. It's like the vegetarian dream right here. Vegetarians, if you want more of this, you have to come and support it. Come out, get your aesthetic photos, tag Disney, tag us in this. Tell Disney you want more things like this. 4.75 out of 5 claws. If it had been vegan, it would probably be a 5. I'm not gonna lie. I will still, however, call it a bare necessities. More impossible chicken, please. We have this veal loin with a like green pea risotto using an Uncle Ben's rice. Uncle Ben sponsorship. I feel like you're winning the lotto here because Uncle Ben, as far as rice, I'm having a hard-pressed time outside of a theme park getting me to do boxed rice. But maybe it's good. And then you have a red wine-like, basically congealed sauce over here. I'm gonna get some of that. A Spiros loin with the flour because it's Flower and Garden. I find the loin itself to be a little bit dry, like maybe a little bit overcooked. Very big chew. Like it's tough. It's definitely like medium to well done. Maybe depending on the piece. The pea risotto, even though you know my eternal hate for everything peas. Again, why are you putting peas in everything? I don't mind it. With the sauce and everything else, it's a good, rich bite. I think it's just enough to sort of like fill you up until the next booth. As far as the veal, I'm not exactly the biggest veal person. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 claws. Your mileage may vary. I just think the cook on the veal could have been a lot better. Sivaco, wrong part. We finished eating all the things, I finished eating all the things that a bear can handle. Well, the poor princess has had to be my cameraman for the day. She was amazing. Give her for the princess and the dress. But if there's anything I miss as a bear as your number one choice of foodie infotainment, let us know in the comments below. If these videos get a combined 500 likes, it's all three. 500 likes, we will come back and do some more stuff. Pro tip, we were probably going to come back and eventually do some anyway. But hey, if you get 500 likes, all the same to us anyway. If there's anything else you'd like to do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, well, I guess Bear's just not gonna comment either.
And you want me in the comments. But you heard the girl.